Alright folks, but you guys idiot, we are back playing Blacklist Conspiracy. Let's head on. We're going to investigate the courtroom. Well, this room is still an active crime scene, so anything that was here the day of Chen's appeal should have been left untouched, including the missing evidence. Now we just need to find it. Alright, so I gotta figure this stuff out. Tablet. Nice reading lamp, hard drive. Oh, that's just a photo. Scale, silence. Where's the hard drive? There it is. Nice. Well, there's even more in here than I thought there would be. Great work, Agent. Let's get it back to the post office to figure out what it means. Hello, Agent. I've had an associate scouring the dark web for any traces of the Invisible Hand's activity. Unfortunately, they're quite adept at covering their tracks. However, my source did find a digital currency transaction from an account associated with the Invisible Hand to a Milo Atkinson. Mr. Atkinson told us that the Invisible Hand paid him to rent the 2 rooms next to Chen's under an assumed name. We haven't been able to trace the person who hired him, but we'll keep trying. Okay. You know, it's 12 hours. Holy moly. That's okay. Sounds like this tablet belongs to someone with an account name of SJC 1983. Stephen Chen was born in 1983, so I think it's safe to assume that this tablet was his. The email history has messages sent to various news outlets about the classified information, but this doesn't make any sense. Chen was a security expert. Why would he leak documents using such an obvious email account? Let's get this over to ARAM and see if we can help figure out what's going on here. Maybe he never actually did. Maybe it was other people using his account. Who knows? Oh, brother. Guess we're looking for 1640. Nice. Nice work. This photo was taken on April 18th at about 4:40 p.m. Looks like Stephen Chen was taking advantage of the spring afternoon by going to a ball game. Let's compare this to what we found so far and figure out how this photo impacts the case against Chen. Okay. Anyways, guys, wait 12 hours, gonna grab some stars, be right back. This has been Pitching Ace Idiot. Au revoir. Alright, folks, Pitching Ace Idiot, we are back. Let's finish some of this stuff off. I finished my analysis of the tablet. It was activated on April 18th at 4:43 p.m., and the email account was created a few minutes later. Can you tell who activated it? Someone who wanted us to think it belonged to Chen, but there's no way anyone with his security knowledge would use such a careless email address. As for an actual name, I don't know yet. So based on what we found, would you say that Chen had a pretty good alibi for the time that he was supposedly creating this fake email address? I'd say so, unless Chen decided to set up an email account with a lame name and started blasting classified docs news outlets during a baseball game within minutes of the photo being taken. Was there any way we can figure out the identity of the clerk who decided not to present this evidence? Well, according to the records, a mid-level clerk named Brenda Collins had recently accessed this evidence. She'd actually worked on the case against Chen, but it looks like she had a change of heart. We better go talk to Miss Collins to see why she decided not to present it in open court. Well, it's nice to finally be speaking with you, Miss Collins. I'm sure you've heard by now that we're investigating the circumstances surrounding the disappearance of Stephen Chen. We're interested in why you decided not to present critical evidence during Mr. Chen's appeal, which could have proven his innocence. Well, I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about. Apart from the evidence I presented to the court during his initial conviction, I've never had anything to do with the evidence pertaining to Stephen. Well, we can't prove that you aren't being honest with us. We have here an item that records showing you access in the weeks leading up to the appeal. Show Mrs. Collins the item, agent. Okay, just talked about this. It's the photo. Oh, the photo. I thought that Judge Miller had seized this after the hearing. Where did you find it? It was in the courtroom, where you should have been presenting it in open court at Chen's appeal. Now, let's start again. Why did you present this? Why didn't you present this evidence? Well, I wanted to, but a few months ago I got an anonymous tip that told me to re-examine the evidence against Chen. And when I looked at it again, it was obvious that he was innocent. I felt like I had to do something, but the evening before the appeal, I received a packet filled with doctored photos that showed me stealing heroin from an evidence locker. The note said that if I testified on Chen's behalf, my boss would get the package. It's not true, but the photos looked real, and I knew if my boss ever saw them, my career would be over. Huh. Any idea who would have tried to prevent you from testifying on Chen's behalf? Well, if I had to guess, I'd say General Miller. He always seemed eager to put Stephen away, and when he learned that Chen was appealing the case, he became enraged. When he found out I was going to present evidence proving Chen's innocent, he came to my office and screamed at me that I was defending a traitor and I'd be sorry. Thanks for your time, Ms. Collins. We'll be in touch if we have any more questions. Wow. Guy sounds like he's got a temper. Something has seemed off about General Miller from the start, and this conversation with Brenda only confirms it. Let's search his office to see if we can find anything connecting him to the threats against Brenda. Fortunately, we'll have to get General Miller's permission to search his office, but I have an idea about how we can do just that. Let's just go pay him a visit. Thank you for agreeing to meet with us, General. We're trying to follow some leads, and we were hoping that you could take us through everything that happened to you last night. It's all been a little hazy. When I came to, my head hurt. It was all dark and I couldn't see anything. It just took a few minutes before I was able to move again. I realized that I had been drugged, and as soon as I regained mobility, I called the police. Oh, how awful for you. They drugged you, kidnapped you, moved your unconscious body around, and forgive me, you were found in a state of undress, correct? Those traitors had no right. I've dedicated my life to this country, and this group of punks thinks they can go and disrespect me like that? I'll do anything to help you catch them. Well, currently we suspect that your assailants may have known when to strike because they had your schedule. Tell me, do you keep any sort of scheduling material in your office? I have my day planner on my desk, yes. You don't think that someone could have accessed my office, do you? We're not sure, but if they did, there could be valuable clues there. We'd like to search your desk to see if we can find anything that will help us figure out who's responsible. Of course, anything I can do to help you find the scum. I'll also have the police open up the courtroom I was kidnapped from in case you need to search it again. Wow, I knew that appealing to General Miller's pride would be the way to go, but I had no idea it would be so easy. Let's search his desk and double check the courtroom and see what we can find. Wow. Alright. I guess we'll keep playing this. Alright, so what do we got here? Scale, cactus, thermos, note. Crutches, projector, kettle. Well, now this is interesting. It's clearly a note, but it's written on some kind of cipher. Let's get this back to Aram and see if he can crack the code. There's no envelopes? Ah! Such a fail. Well, nice work, Agent. Looks like the General didn't want us to see what was in this document. Could be something very interesting. And these envelopes could also contain valuable information. Let's get them back to the post office and see what we can learn. Classified document number 2. Okay. It's pretty self-explanatory, so let's analyze and examine. Okay, gotta repair the document. Wow, can't even believe I got an energy that was slow. What have we got here? Some deposit slips? I wonder why Miller was destroying them. Interesting. It seems like a lot of money for somebody on a JAG salary. Let's get these to ARAM and see if you can figure out where Miller's secondary income stream is coming from. Wow. Some most things we've ever had analyzed. I'm going to go grab some stars. I'll meet you guys right back here. This has been Bitch Case 88. Au revoir.